The constitutional provisions relating to the appointment of the Prime Minister are found in Article 42, sub-article 4 of the Constitution. The provisions are very clear. It says that the President shall appoint as Prime Minister the member of Parliament who, in the President's opinion, is most likely to command the confidence of Parliament. So, he has to first come to form an opinion. An opinion cannot be based on hearsay or the President's own wishes. The opinion must be based on hard facts on the ground, on evidence. So, he has to make an assessment and determine which member of Parliament commands the confidence of Parliament. Now, when the office of Prime Minister falls vacant by virtue of death, resignation or otherwise under Article 48(1), or when the Cabinet of Ministers stands dissolved under 48(2), consequent to the budget being defeated or the statement of government policy being defeated or a no confidence motion being passed, then also the Cabinet of Ministers stands dissolved. In 48(1) and 48(2), it is very clearly said that the Prime Minister should be appointed in terms of Article 42. So, you go back to Article 42. The standard practice is for the largest group in Parliament to inform the President as to which member of Parliament they support, the group supports. And if that group, when it is the largest group, the leader of that largest group is appointed as the Prime Minister. That is how it is done. Other parties can also express their support to a particular member of Parliament. But the President cannot say that he refuses to appoint Mr. X or Mrs. Y as Prime Minister simply because he thinks that he cannot work with that person. The Constitution is very clear. There is no choice for the President but to appoint as Prime Minister the member of Parliament who, in his opinion, commands the confidence of Parliament. So, for the President to say that he will not appoint so and so is a flagrant violation of the Constitution. It is an intentional violation of the Constitution, which is an impeachable offence, and also it violates the fundamental rights of citizens, because it is arbitrary action on the President's part, for which any citizen can go to court. An impeachment motion can be tabled. There are various remedies available. But in this instance, the President should act in accordance with the Constitution. It is good for the country, it is good for him, it is good for the people. The best thing that can happen is for the President to act in accordance with the Constitution. He cannot decide who the leader of the parliamentary group of another party should be. He can decide if he is the leader of his own party, then he can decide who the leader of the parliamentary group and therefore the Prime Minister is. But he cannot decide for other parties, and other parties also must resist any attempt by the President to impose on them a leader of a parliamentary group.